You hear it before you see it. That tinny, looping jingle, drifting down the street on a hot summer afternoon. Somewhere, a kid is already running for their parents' wallet. It feels like the simplest business in the world, a truck, some frozen treats, a bell. But underneath that jingle is one of the strangest, most brutal microeconomies in America. Today, we're breaking down the real economics of the ice cream truck. And trust me, it's far more complicated and far more cutthroat than it looks. The illusion of easy money. On the surface, the math looks beautiful. Buy a Popsicle wholesale for around 50 cents. Sell it for $3 or $4. That's an 80, sometimes 90% margin, numbers most retail businesses would kill for. A single truck on a good route on a hot day can sell hundreds of items. It looks like the perfect low-overhead business. No rent, no storefront, just a vehicle and a freezer. But that surface-level math hides almost everything that actually determines whether an ice cream truck makes money or loses it. Because the real cost of this business isn't the ice cream. It's everything around it. The truck itself is a rolling liability. Before a single Popsicle is sold, an operator has already sunk serious money into the business. A used ice cream truck, retrofitted with a commercial freezer, generator, and serving window, typically runs anywhere from $15,000 to $50,000. New, custom-built trucks can run well over $100,000. Then there's the freezer itself, which needs to run constantly, meaning the truck's generator is burning fuel even when it's parked, even when no one's buying anything. Add commercial insurance, which is significantly higher for a vehicle that regularly parks near children, plus food vendor licenses, health permits, and in many cities, specific ice cream vendor permits that can cost thousands per year depending on the municipality. By the time an operator turns the key for their first day of selling, they may already be $10,000 to $20,000 into fixed costs before a single dollar of revenue comes in. Location is everything, and it's not free. Here's something most people don't realize. In a lot of cities, ice cream truck operators don't just show up wherever they want. Prime territory, busy parks, beaches, popular neighborhood loops is often informally or formally controlled. In some cities, vendors pay for permits tied to specific routes. In others, there's a much less official system. Territorial arrangements between operators, sometimes enforced with real tension, where showing up on someone else's established route can lead to serious conflict. Yes, there have been real, documented cases of ice cream truck turf wars, including confrontations between rival vendors over control of profitable blocks. It sounds almost comedic, until you realize how much revenue is actually riding on a single well-trafficked street corner. A good route, especially one with reliable weekly foot traffic, is genuinely valuable enough that people have fought, sometimes literally, to protect it. Weather is the real boss of this business. Ice cream trucks operate one of the most weather-dependent business models that exists. A single rainy weekend in peak season can wipe out a meaningful chunk of an operator's monthly revenue, with no way to make it back except waiting for better weather. Unlike a restaurant, there's no delivery app fallback, no indoor seating to fall back on. If it's cold or wet, or the sky just looks uncertain, people simply don't come outside for a Popsicle. This means ice cream truck operators are essentially running a seasonal business, compressed into an even smaller weather-dependent window within that season. Many operators try to make nearly all of their annual profit in just 12 to 16 weeks of reliably warm weather, meaning every single sunny Saturday matters enormously. The jingle isn't just nostalgia, it's a marketing weapon. That looping melody isn't just charming background noise. It's one of the most effective, lowest-cost marketing tools in modern retail. Unlike a billboard or an ad, the ice cream truck jingle travels with the product, announcing its presence blocks in advance, triggering an almost Pavlovian response, especially in kids, who then go recruit the actual purchasing power in the house, a parent. Economically, this is remarkably efficient. The truck is simultaneously the store, the advertisement, and the delivery mechanism, all rolled into one slow-moving unit broadcasting its own commercial on a loop. Few small businesses have such an effective, self-contained marketing channel built directly into their product experience. Where the real profit comes from. Here's a detail that surprises people. On many trucks, the highest margin items aren't the classic popsicles or ice cream sandwiches. It's often the novelty items. Character-branded treats, elaborate multi-flavor combos, items with toys or gimmicks attached. These can carry markups even steeper than the basics because the purchase decision is emotional, not price-sensitive. A 5-year-old pointing at a colorful, cartoon-branded treat isn't comparing unit economics. And that emotional, impulse-driven purchasing psychology is precisely what keeps margins on certain items so high. This is also why route familiarity matters so much. Operators who work the same neighborhoods repeatedly build brand recognition, literally. Kids recognizing their truck, which increases both the reliability of daily sales and the willingness to pay a premium versus a random unfamiliar vendor. The real bottom line. So does the ice cream truck business actually make money? For some operators, particularly those who own multiple trucks, secure strong routes and run efficiently during peak season, yes, it can be a genuinely profitable seasonal business. But for a solo operator with one truck, high fixed costs, permit fees, fuel, insurance, and unpredictable weather, the margins are often much thinner than that 80% markup on a popsicle would suggest. It's a business built on beautiful unit economics and brutal operating conditions, high margin per item, but a fragile, weather-dependent, territory-sensitive system surrounding it. The jingle sounds carefree. The economics behind it are anything but. Next time you hear that melody drifting down your street, you'll know there's a lot more running underneath it than a simple treat on a hot day. A business balancing thin margins, fierce territory, unpredictable skis, and one of the most effective, low-tech marketing tools in modern retail, all wrapped inside a truck that's been rolling down American streets for nearly a century. Not bad for something that sounds like a music box on wheels.